is separated in 3 tiers, let's say it that way. The first is the buy bind system, where I'm using to buy everything, just instead of just pressing things like this and then having to sell one by one. I can just press one button, sell everything, press one button, buy everything, depending on what I want, right? Like, it's easier, it's fast, it's really reduces cognitive load. If you know me, and you have seen my content before, you will notice like the way I play is really strange. Like I'm actually increasing cognitive load just to have fun, practically. This actually helps me with my ADHD. Nowadays, it's impossible for me not to play using to play without these settings, right? Without changing my view model. That's really annoying. It just feels so static, like on a single position. I really like it when it moves. It just gives me a visual confirmation, informing me what kind of movement I'm doing at that moment, and it keeps me awake. It's really fun. So this is really fun for me. But it is not competitive, right? This actually makes you a bit worse at game because it increases cognitive load. However, the buy bind system, it actually is, I developed that to reduce cognitive load. So instead of buying one thing one by one and then having to do everything like that, you can press one button, fast, easy, without any issue. So this is the first tier I'm going to talk about. This is going to be free on Patreon, all my buys to buy the items. I think this is going to increase your skill ceiling, right? Quick disclaimer though, changing your settings, any setting, will actually make you play worse for a while. This is so because your muscle memory will just get tricked by it, and you will have to think about pressing the new key instead of doing the thing that you have been doing for so long, right? So if you're a new player, I really think you should use this buy system from the get-go, because you will adapt faster. If you have like 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours, 5,000 hours, it's gonna be increasingly more difficult to get used to a new system, and you will also like start to playing a bit worse. This is like changing your sensitivity after a while, right? It's just gonna make you confused. So yeah, that's a disclaimer. So okay, first tier, the buy bind system. The second tier is the soundboard system. As you can see, it's not only it doesn't only buy the weapons, but it also makes a sound, right? I went into the CS2 files and found all the sounds that you can use, and I chose these ones just because those are the ones I like the most. There are way more other sounds, right? I will share those with my Patreon subscribers, and also like give you everything, my current configuration I'm using right now, but for my Patreon subscribers only. So the free tier is the buy bind system. It's gonna be free on Patreon. The second tier is like the soundboard system, and the third tier is also for Patreon subscribers. Maybe saying tier is not proper, because any Patreon subscribers will have access to everything, right? I didn't set that up in tiers. So the third tier is about the voice commands, voice bind commands. For instance,
Thanks a lot.
thanks a lot. I just press a button
Thanks for looking out.
and it says thank you. Why is that? Well, thank you is one of the most important like voice chat commands that you should really use all the time. Just being a good person is never bad, right? It actually will increase your teammates trust on you, will make you like be more socially. It actually saves you a lot saying thank you. So really important. I don't only so yeah, there are 3 tiers, but I have some keys that do all 3, right? That buy the thing, that says has a audio confirmation and a voice chat command. I have thought about this a lot. So I reached 25k Premiere Elo last season using the bind system. And right now I'm sitting around Faceit 8. Just did my placements. I didn't have. I went Faceit 10 last year, but I stopped playing for like over a 1 year. I went to Premiere. But season 5 has so many cheaters around 25k that I stopped playing Premiere and then back to Faceit, right? So uh, about cognitive load, there's so much your brain can take at a single time, right? I have a really high tolerance to load, to cognitive load, so I can not get distracted or dizzy when I'm moving my mouse like this, and all of this is happening, right? But these sounds also add more cognitive load, right? When I crouch,
Anyone hear that?
it will make some voice commands sometimes. And yeah, device system. So so yeah, you can use these settings and reach a high elo, but you have to like be really specific and make a lot of thought about it. Why is that this? I have thought about every scenario I put in and how a single key solves that issue, right? So I have gone to trial and error many times before. For instance, one of the things this command does is that no matter what I buy,
Good job.
it won't drop anything to the floor, right? So if I buy an AK, an op, and then I buy an AK, or the M4, if I were a city, this would be an M4. It replaces the last thing and it buys the new thing. This is because of the order, the specific order I set up in every keybind. So when I buy my AK, it tries to buy my AK first, then it tries to buy the best, and then it tries to buy head armor, right? This is like the order that you want to follow, and then buys the nades, because you don't want to have an AK, no armor, and full nades, right? So the order is really specific. But before all of that, it's gonna trigger a sell everything also, so you can change decisions like mid-round. You bought an op, you're gonna buy the op, and someone says, don't buy the op, stop opping, whatever, blah. So if you want to follow that instruction, or you don't want to get mad or whatnot, you can change decisions like this instantly. Now you have a Mac 10. Like, stop forcing. Okay, I'm not gonna force, right? It's easy. So let's go for the binds. I sell everything. So let's begin with 0. 0 is just gonna say nice. Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. It will try to buy a diffuser, but I'm not a city, and it will say nice. Saying nice is really useful for boosting your confidence or your teammates' confidence, right? So your teammates will hear that nice after they did a good round or whatnot.
How you do it.
So 0 does that. 9 buys a decoy. The sound is just funny for me. 8 will buy a Mac 10 without head armor, just the best, right? I made this system like so because on forced buys I like having the flexibility to buy things separately, right? Instead of like the AK that buys everything, my Mac 10 with not head armor. If I want head armor, I will just press space. That's the head armor. If I want full nades, I press the full nades command, right? Or I can also buy
Let's get some grenades out here.
nades separately, right? This is all done. I bought all of this with just my mouse, right? If I want to buy the molly,
Let's set up some fire.
it will actually make a noise, a voice command. I like this on Inferno, for instance, when I'm like running in first into banana, I'm gonna throw the molly to molly close, and I tell my teammate, like for repetition,
Who's got some fire?
that I'm gonna use a fire, right? So that's gonna be on his mind. One really interesting key I'm using is the drop bomb command. I'm using my alt
Going to need to get the bomb.
just to switch to the bomb and drop it. This is really cool, because if you're like jumping into suicide, someone drop you the bomb, instead of just doing
Priming explosives.
this and then scoping, you can like press a single button
Who's got the bomb?
and just drops it like instantly. If you want to drop the bomb, you can do it like so fast, you know, instead of just coordinating like that. Something cool about this, if I had a Zeus, it will drop the Zeus second. So I will press Alt,
Who's got the bomb?
you see, drops the bomb. If I go
Drop the bomb.
at once again, it drops the Zeus now, and it switches to your pistol. If you go once again, it will go to your
We
knife,
lost the bomb.
and you won't drop your knife, because you can drop your knife. So there's like no mistake with this bind. You can drop and you will stop at a certain moment, and you won't drop your primary or your secondary. It's really reliable. That's never failed me once, so it's really good. As you could see also, that makes my alt key, when I release
We
it,
lost the bomb.
will say also to the team that the bomb was dropped and give them a voice command. This is really useful. So when you drop the bomb, your teammates are actually aware. They heard about the bomb thing that is dropped, so it's on their minds. This actually improves like communication so easily. One keybind like this is so useful. So let's keep going. So I was with the Mac 10. The 7 is the XM as before. If you want the full nades, I can do it. 6 is the R8. I don't know why I have it. You shouldn't. When I switch to my bomb,
Time to blow something up.
just switching with my letter 5, it will say C4 out, cover me.
This is going to be beautiful. Planting the bomb.
Planting the bomb, you know.
This is going to be beautiful. Time to blow something up.
So your teammates can defend you, right? Reloading. I also made a command. If I want to reload, like you need to like reload. If you press the reload key,
Give me cover fire.
it will say give me cover fire or whatever. This is dependent on which agent you have, right? I'm using the one of the woman on as a T side and the scuba diver on the other side. So I chose the voice lines according to the agents I like or I have, right? So it sounds like perfect. So next, the P is dropped because I shot with it, right? So when you shoot and it's not full, it doesn't have any more bullets, you can sell it back. So that's why it dropped. So the P is my op. As you can see, the P or my op will buy the op, full nades and head armor, right? But it won't buy the pistol. The pistol is a separate key, is M for me. It will buy a pistol, but it won't buy anything. It won't try to sell everything else. So this is a key you use like to integrate it among other things. You want a Tech 9, you buy the Tech 9 separately, right? To integrate it over your current system without selling anything. Same with full nades. So the O is the creek or the oak if I was varsity. Now, if I want to drop AKs like to my teammates, I can do this. Sorry, these are Mac 10s. If I want to drop Mac 10s, I can do this. My weapon is gonna drop to the floor, right? And the Mac 10s are gonna fly upwards. It's gonna say to the teammates that I dropped a weapon and that they should take it. So that's easier. If I wanted to drop an AK, actually this time I can do this one, and my current weapon will drop also to the floor. So you won't get your weapon stolen, right? Because that happens as a solo queue player. So it's really reliable. It's fast. I mean, they could steal it from you in that seconds that you're like throwing it to the ground, but they have to be really fast for it. It has never happened to me, but I suppose they can if they are here and they press spamming like clicks here. Okay, the U, you shouldn't do this one.
Keep it down.
It's actually telling your teammates to shut up.
Everyone shut up.
And it will activate the mute everyone command. You shouldn't do this one. I just thought it was funny. I'm a streamer, right? So I do things sometimes that are funny, but this is like doesn't give you anything. My L is gonna buy the MP5. You can set this up with the MP9, MP7, or your SMG of preference. I like the MP5. Again, I'm a streamer. The K is my scout. As you can see, both of them have no head armor. If I wanted head armor, I have to press this button. Regarding your keybinds, I'm giving you this. I'm currently, as I have them, keybinded for my system, but you should change this according to your preference. If your smoke grenade is my smoke grenade, or the key I'm using to switch to the smoke, like to switch to the smoke, is the same key I'm using to buy the smoke, right? So you should, if you have a keybind to switch to the smoke, you should use that same keybind to buy the smoke. Same with the molly, right? Like that's how you should do it. H is gonna drop Tech 9s to the floor.
Anyone got an extra gun?
This is gonna request for a drop and buy just armor. This one, comma, is gonna buy full nades. As I told you earlier, it's gonna buy the Tech 9. N is gonna buy a deagle and send a message saying that I bought a deagle, so probably I need a drop. Then the X for thank you.
Someone dropped the bomb.
Alt for drop the bomb. Okay, I think I've told you everything there is right now, unless I forget about something. All right, when I crouch, it will say I heard something or I'm in position. I really like this one. I tried to do this one with shift, but it was too much. As you can see, there are other things that are not included on this setting. Like when I shift, also my radar goes bigger, right? This is because something that Lobanjica, the professional player, like used to say, if you have a smoke and you want to check if someone is on the corner, it's good to have like the big radar, you know, so if you know that you bumped against something, there's someone there now. So keybinds like this, you have the best of both worlds. What else? So sell everything with a set. It's really useful. So imagine you're like buying a scout and you're scoping into mid. You didn't see anybody, no one crossed, and your teammates went into long. They all died. You didn't shoot. Now you are in a 1v5. You can go fast, sell everything. So you will have saved, right? This is really useful here on those two where rotations are so fast. If I were a CT, like I'm spawning here. I said, you know what? The second round we lost first. I'm gonna buy a devil and armor. You go long, you go long, you long, long, you long, you long, you long, you long. You're waiting here. They went B. Now all your teammates are dead on B. Instead of just coming here, pressing B and start like doing this, you can just press one button and sell everything and just go back to B, right? Like instantly saving. This happens also like here. Oh, now everyone died on long. Instead of fighting the 1v5, you sell everything like instantly. I think that's it. Told you about the disclaimer. I told you about the notes, right? Should be covered. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is my video. Thanks for watching. So I told you earlier, everything is gonna be on for free on my Patreon. The buy binds are gonna be free on Patreon. If you want the soundboards or the voice commands, since these are a little bit more niche, and they actually don't offer you. This is like more like don't offer a competitive advantage to everybody because you have to set this up exactly as you want. And yeah, this is gonna be for my Patreon subscribers. If I missed something, it's gonna be pinned down on my comment below. I don't know. I think that's it. I done everything right this time. I'm trying to remember if I missed something, but I think I just show you the whole thing, the whole ordeal. Well, as you can see here, you press a key and it's gonna a grenade key is gonna force the inspect animation like instantly just with that key. I really like this. Like just switching into weapons triggers the animation. Okay, these are other systems I have created. I have this, I have things for the bots, for the nameplates, yeah, I'm getting a bit exhausted. As I told you before, this is the third time I recorded this video. Fuck me. But well, yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you the next time. I'm gonna keep developing and increase and troubleshooting these settings, right? So adding more things into the mix. This keybind system will actually reduce your cognitive load. So this is gonna be useful for so many more, for a lot of people, right? It's gonna increase your game. As I told you earlier, I got 25k premiere rating and face it 10 playing like this. So it's possible, and these things that actually makes the game easier, well, I also made them easier for me, right? So yeah, I actually recommend these ones. This buy system I actually recommend. Maybe not the crosshair. But yeah, that's me. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. See you another day. Goodbye.